Hi everyone, my name is Giulia Settomini. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am just embarking on a journey to become a full-time freelancer, and I'm willing to share my journey with you. Indeed, I am changing career in my mid-30s and not having a clue whatsoever what I'm doing with my life. Great! I am just kidding. In fact, I did prepare for this. I studied for 3 years to become a translator so that I could earn my money online. But let's start from the beginning and let me share with you why I decided to start a YouTube channel. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is why do we have to choose our career path when we are so young? I find that this is very inconvenient. In fact, when we are young, we don't know much about the world at all. We don't really know what lifestyle we want. We don't know where we want to be. There are a lot of facts that we just discover while growing up, while living as adults in this world. I think that it is important to cut ourselves some slack, because whilst it was normal 50 or 100 years ago to pick a career and stick with it forever, nowadays this is not the case anymore. I think it's very important to give ourselves the opportunity to make mistakes and then rethink what we would like to do. So when you are young, honestly, you may know what you'd like to do. I did, for example. But is it in line with who you want to be as a person, for yourself and for others? Will it allow you to have the lifestyle that you want for the rest of your life? And last but not least, will it have value throughout your whole life in this fast-changing world? These answers are very hard to give. Frankly, I found out late enough that the most important value for me was freedom. When I was young, all I wanted to do was dance. I love dancing. It's a balm for the soul. Honestly, I started when I was really young. So for me, it became second nature. Sometimes when I listen to music and I close my eyes, I can see a whole show in my head. I honestly have it all planned out in the same moment that I hear the music. Dancing took me pretty far. I became a choreographer for ITV, for the BBC. I also worked in Panama for Dancing with the Stars as a choreographer and judge. And it was great. I also performed for the Olympic closing ceremony, which was just a dream, like entering the stadium and feeling the energy of thousands and thousands of people. Like 2 billion people watch the Olympics or something. In fact, dance took me so far that I fell in love with exploring new countries, getting to know different cultures. For me, this became the most exciting thing ever. I realized how much I love to face different situations that I'm unfamiliar with. I know that's not for everyone. Everybody's different. Many people prefer the comfort of their own home. But for me, this was just like a breath of fresh air, honestly. Especially, I found out that whatever I thought was normal is not so normal after all. In the sense that we think that the world is how we learned it was as kids growing up. But getting out of our comfort zone, we realize that that is not the case. And there are many people living in many different ways, and we can learn from them. And what's most important, we can decide to choose the values that work for us, and live by them. And actually, this is a great process of self-discovery. I find that it would be silly. It would be silly not to use the knowledge that I have learned in these years traveling and rebuild my own structure of values and beliefs according to what's best for me. At some point, I had to face the fact that as much as I love dancing and teaching, unfortunately, I don't identify with some of the values of the dance industry I work in. I will broadly cover this subject in my future videos. At some point, compromising is no longer possible. Your artistry cannot be censored for capitalistic purposes. Moreover, along with all the fancy, awesome experiences comes a fair share of evenings and weekends working, judging competition, and commuting from one studio to the other. Looking at myself in the mirror, I thought, this can't go on forever. I want dance to be in my life, but I want to be the one deciding how and when. So you know how it goes. Sometimes the universe is just on your side, or maybe it isn't, who knows. At some point, I tore my ACL. I had to go under surgery. I couldn't basically walk for 6 months. And right after that, the COVID pandemic started. It was a crazy moment for everyone, of course. And it was shocking to just see how much everything that we have built up to that moment is worth nothing in a moment of crisis such as this. So I decided to take it as an opportunity. And for me, that was to give my passion for languages a go. At that point, I had already lived in the UK and in Panama. So I did speak English and Spanish decently. And I decided, why not? Why not to get a certificate and study more and improve my language skills? So to be able to, make this an alternative career in the case of need, but also a career that could give me the chance to have the life that I want and travel wherever I want and work whenever I want and so on. So fast forward to now, and here I am. I graduated this July, happily so. This, by the way, is my fourth degree. Like I have another BA and then I have 2 MAs. So I am so done with studying, but I like it. After all, I like to study. I like to learn. And when I do not have something to look forward to, I feel like that inside. And that's maybe what I was feeling at that time when COVID started in Italy. I was based in Italy back then. It was hard to work and study at the same time, but it was also doable. But the real challenge starts now. So I am working really hard to make this possible. And as a matter of fact, I am not scared. I am willing to put in the work, and I know eventually the hard work will pay off for sure. So in this channel, I will be talking, of course, about my journey to freelancing, about difficulties to overcome and how to tweak a CV and how to manage the time in the best way possible. But also, I'm really willing to share some of my dancing skills. So I'm gonna share some tutorials for how to dance or how to keep moving during long hours sitting at the laptop. And for sure, it will be an interesting process because I have not done many videos before, although I did some, and I will be sharing them as well. Mostly this video for me was an introduction, so I am definitely willing to share my story with you, and I hope you will do the same, because I find that sometimes it can get lonely, this process. It may feel like, like you're the only one failing and everyone's making it. So I would love to hear your stories. Please do comment on the comment section below. You can also message me on my social media. My Instagram is called Giulia Shake It, because I love to shake my booty. And on Facebook, I am Giulia Settomini. But beware, my Giulia is written with a G. It's Giulia, Giulia che la italiana. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.